welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Film My Run on Zwift. My name is Stephen Cousins and we are broadcasting live on Facebook and on YouTube. While we're getting everything ready, it would be absolutely awesome if you could go and subscribe to the Film My Run YouTube channel and also the Zwift Live YouTube channel. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/filmmyrun and also Twitter at filmmyrun, and the website is www.filmmyrun.com. It's very nearly time, so sit back, relax, don't forget to drop me a ride on and watch me do all the hard work. Okay, there's a problem with the Facebook stream, which is not happening for some reason. So, luckily we're not doing a race tonight. I'm just doing an easy run. So I'm going to find out why my live stream has not started on Facebook. And we'll get going just as soon as I've sorted it out. hopefully it should start any second now. Maybe we're not broadcasting to anyone. Okay, so I think we're live on YouTube, but not on Facebook yet. So I'm just hoping that something happens in a minute to get us started. It's a bit annoying at the moment. Just keep saying retrieving details on my streaming software, and I'm not getting anywhere with it. Right, somebody's messaging me though. I can see some messages coming through. Tina Beard, hello. Xander Dieter, hello on YouTube, but nothing on Facebook. So yeah, it's lucky that this is basically just an easy, slow run. This is not going to be an exciting stream to watch today. It's just me slowly jogging around. I'll probably jog around with one of the pace partners though, but at the moment I can't get my streaming software to load up. It just goes round and round in a circle, retrieving data, nothing happens. Hello Neil. So we've got Neil Messenger, Tina Beard and Xander Dieter all watching me standing getting frustrated by my computer. Isn't that just the way of the modern world? Why is it not retrieving anything? Nothing is coming through at all. Come on. I'm going to try it on my phone and see if it's any better on my phone to get it working. I'd like to start running at some point. It'd be nice. Talk amongst yourselves if you are watching, because there's nothing going on here at the moment. I think they must be having some problems at my streaming software, because I am. It's not my streaming. It's like my online portal, which gets from the streaming software to Facebook and YouTube. It's that like in the middle portal, and it's not logging on. It's not finding any streams at all, even though it does seem to be working to YouTube. It's just not working to Facebook for some reason. Should we just carry on YouTube and not worry about it? Everyone on Facebook can just like it or lump it. Clive Finnemore is here, and we've got some bots on Twitch. So if we get lots of bots on Zwift on Twitch, then I'm going to turn Twitch off. So we're broadcasting on Twitch as well, but just not on Facebook. Lucio says nothing better than a slow recovery run. Yeah. Yeah, so we've got Twitch working, we've got YouTube working, but I cannot log in to my. I know it is always a problem, Lucio. It's just a nightmare. You have to be so precise about setting it up. If you don't set it up exactly right, it never works. There's always something that goes wrong with it. And at the moment, I'm just getting I can't log in to find out what the problem is. It's all right, Clive. Sometimes we only get one of those dodgy spam messages, so unless I get loads of them through, then I'll leave it on. Right, yeah, it says there are no streams here. But there are. We know there are streams because I know that they're working because I've seen them. Right, I can't be bothered. I cannot be bothered to mess around with Facebook. It's its own worst enemy, Facebook. Nightmare. Yeah, come on, Mark Zuckerberg, sort it out. Right. So, we are going to run with 2 watches and Zwift. And I'll probably run with, let's run with what's her face, Cara Cadence, or whatever she's called. Right, we've got power there, good. Oh, and now we haven't got the treadmill. Oh. It's a wonder you guys hang around. Honestly, it's ridiculous. Right, Bluetooth off. Bluetooth on. Xander, no, I'm not doing elevation. No, that can go and jump in a lake. Right, let's pair all these back up if we can. No, I'm going to have to turn the treadmill off and back on again. Neil Messenger says there's 1,396 signed up for tomorrow. Tomorrow, 2:30 p.m. UK time, 3:30 European time, 10:30 in the morning US time. We will be running with Mo Farah. Turned the treadmill off and on again. Tina Beard's going to run with Cara Cadence later on. Jolly good. If we ever get there, I might run with her, but right at the moment, I've got no Bluetooth now either. For some reason. So, no treadmill going on. Do you know what? When it gets to this stage of a technical issue, I sometimes feel like I'll just give up and go and sit in a lounge and drink coffee for the rest of the evening and watch TV, because it's just ridiculous, isn't it? Right, Bluetooth off, Bluetooth on again. Unpair that. Let's see if we've got heart rate going on. Well, we've got that there. Is that working? No signal. No signal. Ah, there we are. No, we've got signal now. Okay, that's good. So we've got heart rate, but still no My Run treadmill. Unless it's been stolen by... Hang on a minute. Hold on a minute. Has it been stolen by my watch? The Bluetooth signal might have been stolen by my watch. No, it hasn't been stolen by that watch. Let's see if it's been stolen by this watch. It has. Okay, right. So the answer is... this watch here has stolen the Bluetooth signal from my treadmill, and there it is. Right, so now I need to get the right foot pod from here then. Connect. Okay. Right, pace partners. Cara Cadence. Okay, I think we might actually be ready to go. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed this all works. So that watch on my left wrist is connected to my foot pod, my Stride foot pod. We've got Zwift connected to the treadmill, and the watch on my right wrist is just doing a treadmill run, and heart rate is coming from my wrist, and heart rate on here is coming from my chest strap, as is the Zwift heart rate. Right, so now we start running, we get up to pace, it's about 9 kph I think, and we click run with Cara, and as soon as we get on I'll start the watches. It's not going to load up now, is it? It'd be absolutely typical that it crashes now. Oh no, and I've got the elevation on the wattage. What's going on here? How weird. Okay. Oh, Clive Finnimore, Paul Hayward are running with Cara Cadence. That's nice. Wattage is wrong. Bear with me a second. That's more like it. Oh dear. So, excuse me, Carol Rushworth has joined us, Clive Finnimore has joined us, Paul Hayward has joined us, and we're finally running with Cara Cadence. Lucia says it's like working with NASA. Yes. Oh, well, this is nice, says Carol. Welcome along to following Cara Cadence, the new pace bot around Sand and Sequoia. So we run around the desert, and who's dropped all those ride-ons all of a sudden?
Ride-on!
Oh, Jean. Hello, Jean. Thank you for your ride-on. Jean Bolio, if I've pronounced his name correctly. Yes, so we run through the desert and we run through the forest. Sand and sequoias. Right. So yes, she's going at exactly 9 kph, which is slower than her advertised speed. Xander says it doesn't feel like Christmas at the moment. Only 2 days to go. I think my kids are getting excited. Jonathan Cost is complaining that Carol is having an easy time of it. And he reckons she should go and do Workout Wednesday.
That's a good idea, Xander. Lucha says, go and decorate your treadmill. That'll make you feel like Christmas. Oh yes, I know how many days left to Christmas. Although my son did come in to me today and say, Dad, it is technically Christmas Eve. Reason being because he didn't reckon that the rest of the day counted because he wasn't going to do anything for the rest of the day, so it didn't count. So essentially it was basically just Christmas Eve already. Right, I'm hoping my dinner goes down, because if I'm going to speed up a bit in 25 minutes. Yes, Ryan, my son is a master of logic. Yeah, if my dinner doesn't go down soon, I'm not really going to want to speed up in 25 minutes. Oh, okay, Clive. So Clive has an official race in the morning. Of course, because you're all in Cornwall. You're basically restriction-free down there, aren't you? You can do what the hell you like down there. So we've got a little group of people, haven't we? How many have we got now? So, we thought it might take a little while for people to get used to Cara being there, or the pace partners being there, but actually we have a group of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 8 runners, 7 or 8 runners together, all running with Cara. Or is it 6? It might be 6, okay. So... No, there's 4 there. There's 4 there. There's 7. Yeah, 7 runners. Yeah, they could have called it Stephen Slow Coach, couldn't they, Xander? Group D runner, Stephen Slow Coach. Jonathan Cost, right. Jonathan Cost is annoyed with all of us now. Bunch of slackers, he's calling us. John Shaw has joined us. Hello, John.
Nice.
Oh, Ryan Perring, I like that one. Group A, I could have been sub 3 Steve. Sub 3 Steve would have been good, wouldn't it? I like that. Well, where is Mr. Cost? Right, 20 more minutes at this pace for me. And then I'm speeding up. I want to get 10k done in 1 hour. So I don't know if everybody's listening to the stream at the same time as running. But that's what I'm doing. Half an hour here with Cara, who I'm sure will be the new girlfriend of many of us. So Cara for half an hour, 20 more minutes, and then I'm speeding up and I'm going to try and get 10k in an hour. 2k on that watch now, so that's 400 meters fast. So I'll have to calibrate that treadmill setting on that watch. Yeah, she's a popular girl tonight, Cara. Oh yeah, of course. Carol's on the treadmill, so Jonathan can't be on the treadmill because they're not. What's the word I'm looking for? They haven't got as much disposable income as Paul Deering and Debbie Colville to buy joint treadmills. Oh, that's a good question, Xander. Will Zwift be able to work with so many people running tomorrow? I should imagine so. They cope with a lot more doing big cycling events. So some of the really big cycling events have 3,000 people, 2,000, 3,000 people, and they cope with that. About 3 years ago, they really suffered when there was a big influx of people coming onto Zwift, and they had to upgrade their servers. So they should be able to cope. Hopefully there won't be any crashes. Zwift have learned their lessons from a few years ago. But that said, you never know, do you? We might just have a massive crash tomorrow. Ryan Perring says, fully expecting invisible people. Like sometimes you just get bike frames with no rider on. Well, what they will do, of course, is they'll limit the number of people that you can see on screen, or your computer even, your graphics card will limit the number of people you can see on screen. So even though there will be 1,500 people running, well, there won't be that many actually. So let's say we get 1,000 people. You won't see 1,000 people on screen. You'll see 200, 300 max. But yes, Lucho says it's going to rain ride-ons tomorrow. It will do. That is true. Right, so Jonathan Cost says, I suffered on the 4:30 Workout Wednesday session, Group B. So he's saying that with some justification to give us all a dig in the ribs for taking it easy with Cara Cadence here in Group C. But I have a good excuse. I'm still in recovery, so I'm allowed to do what the heck I like. Red rag to a bull, says Jonathan. Is it just a matter of space, Jonathan, in your house that you can't get dual treadmills? What I want a runoff between you and Carol and Paul and Debbie, both on joint treadmills in your homes with cameras. 2 cameras pointed, 1 camera at each treadmill. So I want 4 separate video streams from all of you on the video 5K one day next year. Okay, Ryan says it's already limited to 100 on screen at a time. So to avoid graphics cards having massive problems with rendering all these avatars, your computer or the Zwift limits the number of avatars that can be shown to one person at a time. So when you look at your screen tomorrow, you will see nowhere near 1,000 people. You'll see maximum 100 people, says Ryan. Anyway, I didn't know it was that low. I thought it was about 250, but yeah, maybe it is that low. Well, Xander, we are working on it. Let me tell you, Victoria and I are definitely working on the possibility of having joint treadmills, but I'll say no more because it might not come off. It might not happen. I think Paul only waived the fines for last Sunday's treadmill marathon. I think I still get fined for the Goodwood one if I talk about that. Oh, I like it, Jonathan. That is a good comeback. Okay, so my two reasons that I made up for Jonathan and Carol not having joint treadmills were lack of disposable income and not enough room in the house. Well, to quash both of those theories, or well, actually, maybe to justify one of them, actually, they don't have enough room in the house because they are currently drawing up plans for a £40,000 gym extension just so Carol can have a second treadmill. I love it. I love it. Paul, did you hear that? Did you hear that? Sod your conservatory. Jonathan Cost's getting an extension on his house just so that his wife can have a treadmill next to his in a gym extension. Are we loving that or what? Do you know what, Ryan? This is what we've been thinking about the bike. I do like riding on the bike. I do wish that I did it more often, but I just don't. I just don't get on the bike often enough to justify it sitting there constantly. And Victoria runs more often than I get on the bike. And it would make sense sometimes to have joint streams where she's on and I'm on and we're on at the same time. We just need a computer that could handle the amount of data, video data, and cameras that we would have to plug in to make it all work. Xander, it'd take up the entire garden if we did that, and we definitely do not have the disposable income to do that. Paul Deering is not proud. He says, I'm jealous. Yeah. So heart rate is nice and comfortable. I've done, we're approaching 3 kilometres and heart rate is way down at 112 BPM or so, and we're pushing out about 184 watts of power. Yes, Jonathan, we do have enough room. If I just take the bike out, I don't think we haven't got enough room if I leave the bike in. We definitely need to take the bike out, because I need room to sit down on my nice sofa. Good evening, Ryan Downey. Tyler, this is sand and sequoias. So we're running through the desert at the moment. So this is Tempus Fugit, the desert route. But then Cara Cadence also runs through the forest. So this is why it's called sand and sequoias. So sand being the desert, and Sequoias being the forest route. So we kind of do a circle, a loop around that. So Clive is looking at getting a turbo trainer. Nice one. I'll sell you mine for 500 quid. Right, that's 3 kilometres done. 4 on that watch. Nearly 3 on that one. And I reckon we'll get another 1.5 kilometres in. And then I'm going to speed up a bit to get a full 10k in 1 hour. Maybe shall I go to 5k? I'll do 5k at this pace. So if anybody wants to join me, you're more than welcome, or you can stay with Cara, of course. Clive Finnemore says negative split sounds good. Xander, down here in Worthing, there are a few people planning to do a not park run on Christmas Day. So on Worthing seafront here, we are going to do an unofficial park run. Socially distanced, of course, but yeah, there's a few people going to be joining us for a socially distanced not park run on Christmas morning. Hello John Hepplewhite, hello Paul Haywood, John Shaw, Carol Rushworth, Clive Finnemore. Good little group of people. And we've got Shivan as well from Holland. Hello to you. And an Italian name that I've just missed. Or was that a cyclist gone through? Oh yes it was. It's a cyclist flying through there. Yes, they do, but not. I haven't seen Cara say anything yet, but they do. They are supposed to talk, and they're supposed to give you ride-ons as well occasionally. So we might be lucky and get a ride-on from Cara. That's one from Nikki. Oh yeah, who's that? What's her first name? Nikki. I'm a friend with her on Facebook. Anyway, Fights, thanks for the ride-on. Well, Cara is the new girl in town. Everyone's talking about Cara. Diana, Nikki, that's it. Yes, thank you. Currently living in Kinshasa in the Congo. Amazingly enough. Yes, they do, Xander. What, Carol? I missed that. What are they all talking about now? Carol just called me Sir Cousins. Hang on. Yeah, well, right, Clive reckons Cara's in a mood today because she hasn't given anyone any ride-ons, apparently. No, I've just... Right, now, because you said so the other day, or was it one of you said so the other day, I have got my companion app, so I did look back at that. Mo will be pacing Stephen? No. Oh yeah, actually, no, you're right, yeah. Mo will be pacing me, yes, that's right. Oh, I can't type. Right, 1 more kilometre to go. 1 more kilometre and then we'll speed up. Cara Cadence, take pulls, leave ride-ons. Cara Cadence says. Ride-ons for all my friendlies, my Zwifty friends. There we go. Christoph Hermans, thanks for the ride-on.
Nice. Ride on.
So are we getting ride-ons from Cara? Milk and mince pies. I had a coffee and a mince pie this morning at Costa. That was nice. Lucio says to remind everyone that the last of this year's ZRS races is up on the Zwift calendar, so go and jump on that. And I don't know, does anyone know if Eddie Izzard's marathons are going to be on the calendar? Because I'm thinking of doing a few of those with Eddie. The first one, certainly. If we know when he's running, we can run with him. Ryan Perring says he's followed Eddie. Okay, so maybe that's a thing to do then, is to look for Eddie and follow him. So you know, the thing is, I want to be ready for it. I don't want it just to, like, 5 minutes notice and I'm running a marathon. Do you know what I mean? I'd like to have some knowledge in advance of what time he's going to run. But then again, knowing what I know of Eddie Izzard, he's a bit kind of, you know, it might happen, it might not. He might do it now or he might do it in 4 hours' time. Depends on how he feels, I suppose. But it'd be nice if there was a schedule. Ryan Perring says he loves it when pro athletes get someone else in as their typer because they aren't as adept as we are at typing on the go. Yeah, do you know what though? If I had somebody to type for me, I would as well. Right, TV Guy Australia says we're now at 1400 for the Eric Min run tomorrow. Jonathan, take care. See you later, buddy.
Nice.
Thanks for dropping in. enjoy your flight wherever you're going. If I could, that would be awesome, but no, I don't think I can manage it at that pace. Even Ryan Perring couldn't do it at that pace. Ryan Downey, sorry. Oh, see, look, I can't do it either. Even Ryan Downey can't type legibly at that pace. You can't write a book. You couldn't write a book whilst running at sub 3 pace. Oh no, challenge accepted, says Ryan Downey. Yeah, how long can you hold sub 3 marathon pace for? Because if it's for 3 hours, that's okay. But you may have to write the book in slightly less time. Unless you can train yourself up to 3-hour marathon pace, then you've got 3 hours to write the book. Thank you, Carol. Carol's going to debrief Mo on my needs, my requirements. I've no idea what pace we need. Let's speed up to at least 10.5. So 10.5 kilometers per hour. But I don't know what actual pace we're supposed to be doing for this. Anyone know? Anyone going to tell me? Do I have to work it out for myself? I've got an app on my phone I can do it on. Right, 5k in a time of 27 minutes. $5.24 per kilometre. So we need $5.24 per kilometre for this. Let's go a bit faster. Right, 5.21 per kilometre I'm doing. 5.21 per kilometre. 11 kilometres an hour is a safer bet. 11.2, that'll do. Yeah. So if you want to anyone wants to join me, more than welcome. Yeah, well done, Ryan. Good guess. So it'd be nice to keep the heart rate below 130 for this second half. Come on, Paul Deering. Get your arse in gear. Thanks for the ride on. Bayliss, thank you. And Sheriff, thank you. Oh, okay, I see. Right, nobody look at Paul. Paul's having a moment with Cara. No, Carol, leave him. Just let him do what he needs to do. And he'll be back, don't worry. It's just, he just needs a couple of minutes, that's all. Just a couple of minutes with Cara on his own, and everything will be fine. Yeah, maybe you're right, Ryan. It probably will go, yeah, it's going to go over, isn't it? I think he was, John. I think he was. I said, I've written pale, of course, meant Paul. Right, so going to try and stay relaxed for these final 4 kilometres. And we're going to try and get those 4 done in 22 minutes. Less than 22 minutes, 21 minutes. Paul Hayward says, who needs a second treadmill for your other half when you've got Cara to run with? She is amazing, says John. Right, so the thing is, right, it's going to be a love rivalry, isn't it, between Billy and Cara? And at the moment, we've got a lot of love for Cara, I think. But we'll have to see when we start running with Billy whether she rocks our boats or not. See, the girls have just got miserable Dax Diesel because Alton's too cool for school. Alton's just going to race off and leave them behind. He's no kind of gentleman at all. He's not going to wait for them, is he? He's just going to run off, try and show what a man he is by speeding off faster than everybody. So no girls are going to be interested in him. So all they're left with is this sorry state that is the overeating, cardio nightmare that is Dax Diesel at the back of the pack there. Ryan says Billy was alone during Llama's stream this morning, so Tara is the one. Right, let's try and keep this heart rate down. We still managed it. 125, 126 so far. Ryan Perring says Ryan Downey is my favourite race partner. You beat me to that, Ryan. Well, it's because with my camera angles, Carol, I get such a good view of everyone's rear. Look at this shot, for example. That was a good shot. Cara says stride, 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 apparently. There we are. Numerous ride-ons all dropping. I hope I did everyone with that. Yeah, we're all wearing our Zwift Academy t-shirts, aren't we? And our caps. Yeah, we'll have to change that soon so we don't all look the same. That's true, Paul. Yeah, Paul says we're all too lazy to change our outfits. Good job, Carol Rushworth. Keeping it going. Decent effort, Carol. Right, so less than 15 minutes to go now. Ryan, no, I haven't actually. I think I said yesterday I was hoping that the marathon on Sunday would go round some of the new routes, but it didn't. But like you said, it was probably because a lot of the people using iOS hadn't had the update. So no, I haven't had a chance yet, but I will at some point. I'd like to go over the one with the bridge, Ryan. Whichever one that was. That's the jungle cut through, isn't it? The jungle cut through apparently is nice. Oh, we should definitely do a meet-up round there then. Yeah, Jonathan definitely needs to beat Paul's 10k time. That has got to happen soon. Oh, there's got to be prize money up for that, Carol. Prize money for Carol beating Paul Deering on a Zoom 5k. Yeah, that Serpentine 8 is the one I'd like to try first, I think. And then, yeah, I didn't know about Epic Com, so I might try that one as well. I might just do a random run round there. Do one of my 10k slow runs. Yeah, so we're on in the morning. We'll do the Film My Run 500 in the morning, by the way. But we won't be doing the video 5k on Friday, because that's Christmas Day. If you want to run it, you can. The Zoom call will be available, and of course it is on the schedule. So anyone who wants to do it can, but I won't be there. I don't think, anyway. I've got no plans to do it. Oh, crash. Oh, my treadmill's crashed. Sorry. I'll catch up. Come on. I'll catch up with you guys. To go. Yes, we can do the Zoom for. Oh, it's done it again. Oh, this is no good. Come on. Yeah, we can do that, Ryan. We'll do the blue jeans run on the video. Like I've got, I know you have as well, but I've got access. I've got a Zoom call now that doesn't expire, so. Right, I'm going to have to do some catching up now. I'm 30 seconds behind the guys in front, so hopefully it won't crash again. That's 2 crashes I've just had. Beautiful shot of a Brachiosaurus behind us. Oh no! Come on! 3 times I've crashed now. This is not good. I'm not happy. I am not happy. Come on, Techno Jim. Sort this out. Right, that's 4 times now. See if I can stick a bit of cardboard in the emergency stop. Right. Last chance now. I'm a minute behind. I am going to have to go for it to catch these guys up. I've got 8 minutes to do one. I've got over a mile to do. I'm going to have to push it. That is so annoying. If it goes again, I'm going to be livid. Sorry, folks. Oh, it has gone again. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? This is not good. Come on. Well, bang goes my 10k in 1 hour. It's going to go again, isn't it, though, anyway, so for some reason it's decided it just doesn't want to work anymore. Less than 8 minutes. I'm coming. If it doesn't go again. John Shaw, once a sub 3, always a sub 3. Of course, the timer stops, doesn't it? So I've got even less time than I thought. Yeah, 55 minutes coming up. Yeah, I've got 5 minutes to go. Right, 1 kilometre in 5 minutes should be fine. 4 minutes, I mean. 4 minutes. We're all good. So I'm timing it from my watch now, because obviously I forgot that the timer on Zwift stops when you stop. So we're at 57:20 now. No worries, John. Thanks everyone for joining.
Nice. Right on.
To go. Carol Rushworth hit her daily target, well done. Okay, John's got 1.5 kilometres left to go. One minute, less than a minute. Just caught the guys back up at the end there. "15 seconds. Four, 3, 2, 1. That's one. Yeah, there we go, done. Thank you everyone for taking part. Awesome stuff. So we've done 10k in 1 hour, and yes, that was good. Thank you very much everybody. Enjoyed that, apart from the last 7-minute bit where my treadmill crashed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times in a row. Treadmill crashed 5 times in a row. What is going on there? Cheers, John. Thanks, Paul. Thanks, Carol. Who else did we have? I'm sure there were others. Paul Deering, Paul Hayward, John Shaw, Carol. Who else? Clive. I think that was everyone. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much, everybody. I am going for a shower now. After that little mad panic at the end there. It'll be interesting to see what my heart rate is for that little bit. But we've done 10k, so that'll do for the evening. And we will see you all tomorrow for something. In the morning. First thing in the morning, 9:35 UK time. The Film My Run 500 metre climb over 4.2 kilometres, 12% elevation on your treadmill. Come and join me. And then we may do something in the evening. Who knows? Thank you very much, everybody. Take care. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.